Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Corey with Outdoor Dad, and today I'm out here on Milford Lake in Kansas. The original plan for the day was to come out here and do some dragging. I was gonna drag some baits in the kayak, trying to catch some of these big blues, but it's just so calm out here this morning, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to do some free drifting. So what I've got going on, I'm gonna have 3 rods out. That's the maximum you're allowed to use in Kansas at one time. And I'm gonna have all 3 rods suspended below the kayak, and the baits are gonna be reeled up just above the bottom. So today for bait, I have some smaller pieces of white bass. I've got some small shad, and then I've also got some pretty large live bluegill. Those live bluegill, if they die on the hook, they're gonna end up being some cut bait. But hopefully we can get on some fish today. I've messed with my camera settings just a little bit. I've produced some videos and I really didn't like the way they turned out on the kayak, so I've changed some things, and hopefully today I'm able to catch some fish and then be happy with how the video turns out, but we'll see. Catch you guys later. There we go, guys. First fish of the day. Ain't a big one by any means, but get them on in here. They just changed the regulations on this lake to allow, I believe it went up to 10 a day for blue cats under, don't quote me on the size, but it's something like 20 or 25 inches. Because they did a survey recently and found out there are way too many of those smaller catfish. There's too much competition, so the fish aren't reaching their peak size. Something just happened on this one right here. That might have been, that's a live bluegill, so it could have just been the bluegill kicking that I felt. That was on a white bass body chunk. Go ahead and cut another piece. I'm gonna put a head on it. I'm gonna do I wish I had some bigger white bass. That's pretty small baits for what I'm targeting. Not necessarily what I'm catching, but for what I'm targeting, those are some pretty small pieces of bait. My shad is really small. Fortunately, I have some large bluegill, but I don't have a whole bunch of them, so I'm gonna hook this kind of deep just because it's a small piece of bait on that big hook, and I want to make sure they get the hook. Here's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna lower this bait down until it hits the bottom. I'm in 17.5 foot of water. I'm gonna reel down about 2 or 3 times just to pick it up the slightest bit off the bottom. And then we just wait. Shouldn't have to adjust the depth that my baits are at too much. We're going to be pretty much staying in 16 to 20 foot of water for the most part, no matter where we go with this drift. I don't really have a solid plan. I'm kind of just going where the wind puts me. I'm kind of on the edge of this old river channel right here. If you look, let me unlock my screen. I'm on the edge right here of the old river channel. I don't know how well you can see it right here. And I'm just gonna kind of let the wind take me wherever it wants. If I get on a whole bunch of fish, I might stop for a little bit, but for the most part, I'm just gonna keep the trolling motor off and just kind of see what happens. Hopefully we stumble into a big one. Look at this fish. I'm fixing to just go ahead and reel down on him. These little blue cats are feisty, man. Let's let them go ahead and wear out. Probably won't even boat this guy. Come on, buddy. I just want to get you back in the water. These things are pretty. These little small blues. They got some real pretty coloration to them. Go ahead and get another little 2-inch shad out of here. I probably won't even cut this one, to be honest. I'm just gonna leave it alive. I said alive, I meant whole. I don't think there's a point in cutting this little thing. It can't have enough blood in it to do anything anyway. Give me a little bit bigger bait presentation. Go. Every time I pick my phone up to reply to my wife, I get a bite. Alright, I'm done with these dinks already. That's honestly, this is an amazing fishing lake. It really is. There's some really nice blue catfishing here. Size and quantity. And honestly, the hardest part is sorting through the small fish to find the big fish. There's really nothing you can do other than push through them. You just gotta hope that you got baits down there whenever you do manage to stumble across some big ones. Look at that. Look at that big old school of shad down there. That's insane. Oh! Setting my front rod in the rod holder after catching that last little one, and then this one hit. He's under that school of shad. It's another one. Not what we're looking for, but it's action. I won't ever say no to catching fish. Wouldn't mind the fish being a little bigger though. We'll get another piece of shad down there. I can't believe that live bluegill has not been smashed yet. Usually those little ones will just pack and pack and pack until that bluegill dies. Now that I've got a little bit of break in action, I kind of wanted to show you guys my new setups. So if you didn't know, my very last trip in a kayak, I lost a rod. And after doing that, my wife convinced me to go out and get some new setups. So I now have 3 of these Uncle Flathead LLC Wildfire rod. And they come in a combo, so you can get the rod itself. I think they're around $80. But for $125, you can get a rod and a reel. And I had heard about these rods a lot. They're a newer company. The owner just retired after 20 years of active duty service in the Army, and he started, oh, hold on, is he still on there? I think you get off of it. Something else just got hit. I don't know which one it was. This one right here is going down. Oh, is it this one? We just stumbled over a few of them. Got this back rod now. They're just going back and forth with it. It must be all smaller fish, I'm assuming, which is what this one is. On par for the day. I just wanted to show you guys these dang rods. I really like the action on. Oh man, did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? I'm pretty sure there was another fish that just come out there and try to get that shad. I just got hit as I'm going down. Look at that. Look. Well, this other rod's getting hit, so I don't want to do that. We're getting action from all these rods. I don't know if I want to spot lock here, if I just want to keep trolling. Or drifting, I mean. I'm gonna spot lock for just a second. Oh, come on. I don't know how that fish didn't hook up. Yeah, we just marked a bunch of fish. This is a real small piece of bait. One thing to keep in mind when you guys are trolling or drifting or whatever, don't get discouraged if you go a little ways without a bite. Eventually, as long as you're doing the right stuff and focusing on the right areas, you're gonna get back into fish. I mean, it wasn't long. I went probably 30 minutes, but there's definitely been times I went an hour or more and gotten zero action and then just stumbled across a school of fish like this, and you know, all 3 rods start getting tapped. That's what we're looking at right now. There was a lot more on the screen, but he's about to take it. Oh, look here. Gosh, dog. No, that's a better fish. I don't know how he did not hook up, but I'm upset about it. I do know how he didn't hook up, because I can't trust these dang rod holders to leave the rods in there and actually let these fish set those circle hooks themselves, so they just don't get hooked up right. That was a better fish. He's pulling drag. I've missed so many fish today just from not trusting those rod holders to let the fish really bury the rod. Somehow, look at that. Oh, there was another blue cat. Man, that's crazy, the amount of fish there's. That's 2 times today that I've seen fish chase other fish up to the top of the water. Get back out there.
How old are you? I'm 33 years old at this point. I go on this one ride along and it's was on an Indian reservation. We go on a graveyard shift. You can call me anything you want, Bill.
You won't believe what happened to this man while he was out the woods hunting. Watch this.
Come up on a salt lake.
These fish seem to be favoring this rod for some reason. I don't know if I've caught them all on this rod. It feels like I have though. Tell you what, guys, I've never gotten out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning to chase a fish that looks like that. So hopefully today we get a size upgrade at some point. Hopefully. You know, actually, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a little bit bigger white bass head. Oh, I got a fish up here on this rod right here. He's on there. I can see the line moving. See, I'm having such a bad luck with hookups because I just don't trust these enough to let the fish really go down and get the hook the way circle hooks are supposed to be used. I'm gonna get me some monster rod holders on here ASAP. I do feel like that would alleviate a lot of these issues with these bad hookups. And I've had a lot today that won't even make it on the video. Matter of fact, I don't know if it made it yet, but the biggest fish I've had hooked today, I don't know, he wasn't no monster, but he's peeling drag. Was a bad hookup for the same reason. Just don't feel comfortable really letting them bury that rod and hook up like a circle hook's supposed to be. Anyway, we're out here, we're catching fish. That's all that matters. Might be small, but we're getting into it. That line's kind of edging this way a little bit, and that line's coming this way. I don't know which rod to show you guys. Oh, this rod's getting hit. Oh! Did he hook up? He's coming up. Ah, come on. Just hit another pocket of fish and it's getting tapped on all 3 rods, and then this one goes down. It's fun when you're in action, guys, but I really like to find a big fish. I'd be okay with no action for an hour, and then, you know, when I get a good takedown, it's a good fish. But I can't complain. Like I said, we're out here fishing, catching fish. Can't complain. Come on. Oh, here we go. Man, if you don't love seeing a takedown like that, I mean, it's a small fish, but if you don't just absolutely love seeing a fish just smash that rod, I don't know what's wrong with you. Not doing it right. Look, that's a little tiny fish. But he still put that rod down. I think that's a better fish. Either that or he's just running with it. Oh! Look at that. That's number 2 for the year right there. Look, he kind of, I guess you'd call that a foul hook. It wasn't in the mouth. Look at that thing. I don't know what it is. For some reason, Milford Lake has an abundance of these, they call them leucistic. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. Leucistic. They get a lot of these. They get a lot of piebalds for whatever reason. They're just such pretty fish too. I've seen them up to about, I don't know, 20, 25 pounds. I've caught, I think this is number 4, number 2 this year, number 4 all time, and they've all been pretty small, but those are just real pretty fish right there. But I'm hoping there's a big enough piece left when and if we run across some big fish that they're enticed to take a bite. Man, it really sucks not being able to trust your rod holders, I tell you what. Oh! Look, this one's still going on right here. This one's getting hit. It's halfway up the water column right now. This one's still getting hit. I need one of y'all to just bury it and hook up. Who's gonna do it first? This one's got some weight on the tip. He's still got it. That's a smaller piece of bait, so it shouldn't have it. There we go. Oh my gosh, they are fighting over it like, look at that. Look at that. They are fighting over that bait like crazy. Can you see that? That is insane. Oh my gosh, no, I've got 2. Look at that. I hope that made it on the video. That is wild. I had hooked a fish, and that fish, the hook had went all, at least it looked like the hook went all the way through, and the hook, or the fish was on the leader, and then I hooked another fish. I don't know if that's what happened. I'll have to go back and watch the video, but that's what looked like was going on. That was insane. Oh, oh! Look at that. That was pretty cool, man. Look at that. Chewing on that head. Are we gonna hook up? Yes, we are. No, we're not. They're just tearing this thing up. Look at that. Look at what they're leaving me with. I'm gonna rehook it and put it back down there. Did I foul hook that fish? No. Well guys, if nothing else, we've had a lot of action. Hopefully, we're gonna get it on at least that crappie. Something just took that crappie. Something going on with that crappie. Is he still on there? Yeah. Okay, that's a better fish. That's a better fish. I gotta set this one back here. I got a mess going on. I thought I lost him for a second. There we go. That's a better fish. I got a mess going on. I'm gonna put this in my... There we go. Turn my drag up. I usually leave it real low for them rod holders, but... Oh, man. This fish is pulling the kayak. There we go. Oh! I ain't seen him yet, but that's a nice little tail flap. Oh, that's a good fish. I got a little glimpse of him. That's a good fish. Oh, yeah. Look at that fish. That is what we came out here for. Let me get my gloves on. That is a kayak PB right there. It's not my personal best, but for the kayak, that is absolutely my best. This is the tricky part right here. Man, he's just skin hooked too. I don't want to lose this fish. That right there is what I came here for. Look at that fish. Have no idea what he weighs. I have no way to weigh him. Oh man, there's so much slime on this camera. My kayak is an absolute mess. I got rods strung everywhere. I gotta go rebait everything. I've got slime. I mean, I'm covered in slime. My kayak is covered in slime. Finally got that big fish. I told you guys that's what it is out here. You're just gonna keep going. You're gonna catch these small fish, and you just gotta hope you've got a good bait presentation down there whenever you finally cross paths with a big one. I don't know what that fish weighed. I've got a scale in here. It maxes out at 50 pounds. I think that fish would have been pretty close to that, maybe a little bit more. I don't know. It's just so hard to weigh them on a kayak. It's hard, it's dangerous. I don't ever do it. But that was definitely a good fish. I'm gonna go get some baits back down there. That was on a live crappie. I'm gonna drop another live bait down, and then I'm gonna go back and rebait my other poles, and hopefully we catch some more. I didn't even get my other poles baited up. Something's got this white bass head. Look at this. It might be a small one. I'm gonna try to go ahead and get these poles back in the water. I'll keep an eye on this one. Okay, here we got something going with this. That white bass head has been through some stuff, man. I'm gonna go ahead and change it out. I think it was absolutely tore up last time I pulled it in. I'm gonna go a little smaller with this one just so I have a decent body chunk. I'm getting a little low on the white bass right now. Man, I stink, y'all. I'm covered in slime. I smell horrible. Go ahead and change this white bass set up. Yeah, that thing is just skin and scales. Look at that, they just tore that thing up. I could just put a piece of shad on this pole and I'd probably catch a lot more fish, but like I said earlier, and as you guys just saw, the name of the game is to make sure you've got some good baits down there when you finally run into the big boy. So hopefully I got that white bass head down there for the next big guy. I just hooked up with another fish, guys. You didn't get to see the takedown because I was trying to look at some of the footage from that bigger fish. I had to stop recording for a second to do that. I ended up using my trolling motor. That big fish pulled me pretty far from where we were at, where we were having success. So I put my trolling motor on and now I'm trolling about a little under half a mile an hour, heading back towards where we were having a look this morning. There you go. That's another one of the ones we've been catching. But anyways, I turned my trolling motor on and I'm just kind of heading back up towards that direction, and hopefully we'll get back on some fish. Oh! Look at that fish go. Got another good one on right now. It's been dead for probably about the last 45 minutes or so. But like I was saying earlier, I'm totally okay with going, you know, an hour and a half without catching a fish to get a good one when they do come. This was on the white bass head, I believe. This is gonna be another good one. I don't know if it's gonna be as big as that last one, but it's definitely gonna be a good fish. I'm gonna go ahead and spot lock for a second. Last time that fish pulled me all over and knocked me off course. This thing is just holding to the bottom. Oh, there he goes. He's gonna go take off now. Oh man, he's just peeling. Oh, this is definitely gonna be a good fish. I said he's probably not as big as the other one, but I don't know. Look at that rod bend, man. Oh, he's burying. If you're not absolutely addicted to this right here, I don't know what's wrong with you. Guys, I've tried to talk about these rods probably 4 or 5 times in this video. I don't know if any of it's gonna make it, but these are brand new to me. They're Uncle Flathead LLC. This is the Wildfire rod, and this is actually a Ming Yang CL 60, but he has his own now, his Uncle Flathead LLC. They're pretty much the exact same reel. I think the only thing difference is he's got his Uncle Flathead logos on them. God, this is a good one. This is the first day I've taken these fish out, or these rods. This one might be bigger than that last one. I think this one is going to be bigger than that last one. I turned that clicker on. I just want to get some footage of him just peeling drag with the clicker on, but it seems like he's about done. Maybe not. Oh, come on, man. I just want to see what you look like. Still down there rolling. Oh, man. Oh, I got another one going on over here. That other one's gonna get hooked up. Oh my God. Look at that fish. Oh my God. Look at that fish, guys. If you don't love this, if you don't love chasing these big old catfish in a kayak, I do not know what's wrong with you. Oh my gosh. All right, buddy. Oh man, I don't know how good he's hooked. Let me get him landed, guys. Oh, come on, buddy. Nice and easy. Oh, man. Oh, look, I got another one right here. I got another fish on. I thought he let off of it. I think there's a fish hooked up. Yeah, there is. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. All right. We gotta get this guy back in the water. Come on, buddy. Go on. Oh. There he goes. Man, I'm telling you what. I told you guys. You just gotta make sure you got fresh baits down there, or, you know, decent baits down there when you come across them. And that right there happens. Don't give up. If you guys do some trolling, I went probably, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour without a fish, which that's not really a long time, you know, but with the action we've been having today, that's kind of a long time. So just stick with it, man. Once you roll over the fish, just make sure you've got baits down there when it happens, and you'll get on some fish like that. All right, guys, unfortunately, I'm about out of time here. It's slowed down pretty bad in the last, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour. Really, I guess 2 hours, aside from that one big fish and that other dink that we caught with it. But I'm not gonna complain. It was a great day on the water. We caught lots of fish, caught big fish, and I definitely got to break in the new rod. So I'm actually gonna be doing some more fishing. All I'm doing is going to the boat ramp. My wife and my kids are gonna meet me at the boat ramp, and then we're gonna be doing some bank fishing, looking for some white bass so I can catch some bait, so I can make more videos like this. So I hope you guys liked it. If you look at my YouTube channel, obviously I only have a couple videos. I'm very new to social media. I'm just now starting up with it. But as you can tell, I'm not new to catching these catfish. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe it. I just got another bite. Makes it hard to leave. Like the video, subscribe it. Share it with your friends if you guys liked it. Let me know if you guys have any questions about the setup I'm using, how I'm fishing, rods, reels, kayak, anything. If you want me to make a video of something, let me know. I'd love to help you guys out, and, you know, I'd love to push my channel out. So thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.